notification. Okay, here we go, streaming. And according to YouTube's, we are live.
Okay, let me see.
And let's see what is
no
going
notification,
down.
But I'm watching you.
All right, cool. Well, that's all that matters. All right.
It's a little.
So we'll see what happens. Everyone should be able to hear you. So as soon as people start coming in, we should be able to start chitter chatting with people. And if not, then I'll shut it down and fix it. But it should be right. I didn't change anything.
Yo, can you do me a huge favor?
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know if that'll work because
my thing's
there's
annoying.
like a huge delay, so
What's
I
that?
can't really watch and
You watch the
like-
chat though, huh? But not like.
I can't like watch and dang, see, I can't even talk. Hold on. I can't watch and actually like listen to you live because it's super
Delayed. Yeah. So
like the delay is so
hey,
strong.
J Mac, what's up, son? J Mac's Kitchen in the house. That's my dude right there, man. Let me tell you something. As soon as Gabe gets back, I'm gonna get him to do a collab with J Mac. J Mac is the shiz knight. What up, Jay? You gotta watch some of his stuff, Dop. Can you hear Dop, J Mac? Can you hear Dop talking?
Hello.
So that
I'm
would
talking
be
right
amazing.
now.
Make sure I gotta squeeze all the. Can I do it like that? I gotta move this chat around, make it fit. Appreciate that. Okay, cool. Yeah, J Mac, can you hear Dop? If you can, let me know. Hit it up.
Yeah,
hit it
I'm
up.
pretty sure. Yep.
All right, cool, loud and clear. All right, well, we in here. J Mac is in the house. What are you doing at home, man? Aren't you supposed to be drinking or cooking or making something? You gotta watch his channel, Dop. Seriously, like he was.
Yeah,
from,
no, I've seen it before. He's a super dope creator, man.
Yeah. And he's growing super quick. Super quick. That's what's up. Yeah, so Dap and I are just chit-chatting, and I figured we would go live. I can't figure out how to get his video up, so we're doing it this way. We got about 4 people watching. That's what's up. Welcome.
Welcome, everybody.
As I said, I would come back when I hit 1,000, and here I is. All right. So, Dop, let's talk some tech, man. Let's get into this because ain't no small YouTubers can do it like us. At this point. I think.
Yeah, I was thinking like for subject matter, we could talk about a few different things. But what did you have in mind?
Well, so I think it'd be kind of interesting, and I'm guessing here. I think it'd be interesting to talk about like our mindsets on how we choose different products to review and stuff, because I'm sure your process is different from mine, and ours collectively are different than other people's, and I think it'd be kind of interesting to know that a lot of thought goes behind it, but of course everyone does it differently. So I'd love to hear what your process is when you think about reviewing something.
Yeah, I mean, there's pretty much like 3 factors that determine whether or not I'm going to review something. The first one is, of course, actually my pockets.
Yeah.
See how much money I got that I can actually like spend and splurge on a little bit, and then after that. Will be probably, I mean, not in any necessary order. None of them have like importance over the other, but also if I make like a commitment to like a brand or something like that, then of course I've gotta do that. So that's another factor. And then another one, another big one is if a subscriber suggests something and it's actually feasible. If it's a reasonable request, then I'll try to get that out, because I mean the whole point of it is to make videos for the audience. So those are 3 pretty big factors that I take into mind when choosing tech. What about you, man?
Well, first of all, what's up, Jacob? Jacob is one of my longtime subscribers since I don't know, since I was at like 300 or 400 or something like that in the UK. So I'm not sure, what time is it there, Jacob? What's up, Polsky? What's up? What's up? Welcome to the show. Dapper Dop and I talking about tech. So your question to me, or I should say the question to both of us, is how do we choose tech for our channels? Do I still use a sexy blue speaker? That's what's up. So Polsky is a newer subscriber of mine. I remember him now. He came in on my JBL speaker thing, and I kept talking about how sexy blue it was. And I think he left a comment and said, "I like the sexy blue." Yes, Polsky, that is legit. You see, my shirt is blue, right? I love that sexy blue. You're right. That's fun. That's really good. You know what, Dotman? I know you can. I know you can say. All right, 7:27 p.m. in the UK, so it's actually okay for Jacob. He's good for a while.
Okay.
Before I answer that question, is it me or these little comments and stuff you get by people who watch your channel like the greatest thing ever? Like
Dude,
doesn't that keep you going?
Best, yeah.
It's the best, man. It really is.
It's a trip, especially if they're like around the world. There's another guy in Japan who watches me, and that guy's awesome. Like it's cool to just think that your content that you're just making in your own little local space where you're comfortable is being viewed by somebody all the way around the world, and they're enjoying it. You know, it's awesome, man.
Yeah, and seriously, man, I can say that for all the people who've left, exactly, J-Mac says it's the little comments. 100%, man. That's what keeps me going. And I think live streaming for me is going to be exciting because there's a lot of times where I would like to engage more with the people who leave comments, but you know, the comment section is kind of hard to get the back and forth going, you know, and it's a weird thing. So I like to try to answer and then move on because there's a lot of comments for a lot of videos. But I feel like when I start doing these live streams, by the way, I'm getting over a cold. I feel like this is where that conversation will take place. And I know, Dop, you're going to do a lot of the same. I know you're getting ready for your kind of live streaming more on the regular as well.
Yeah, definitely. I'm trying to set up a whole, like, I'm trying to use my DSLR. I really want to get some nice quality out of these live streams. You know me and quality, man.
Yeah, of course. Oh, he's all about that. Let me tell you, I'm all about getting it out. I'm like, yeah. go ahead and take that. That's good enough. Anyway, so yeah, to answer the question, I choose tech based on a couple things. So lately, it's been if a company wants me to do something, which is kind of a new thing for me. I have some stuff coming in from a website that I'm not terribly excited about, but it's building that relationship that I'm excited about.
Yeah.
Of course, I just did the Wisecam Pan, which was cool. The Wisecam sent that to me a couple days before they announced it, and that was super exciting. I knew it was going to be a big boon for the channel. It was. I've already gotten a ton of subscribers from that, and that was lots of fun. So I suspect it'll be a mixture of A, how much does it cost me? B, you know, have I made a commitment to a company or a website? And then C, if I'm interested. So right now, for the last 3 days, I've been looking for some headphones to you know, something that would be kind of interesting and not been over reviewed. So I'm going to do one thing. I'm going to do a collab with a guy named El Jefe from El Jefe Reviews about my favorite headphones. And other headphones that I were looking at, I want to get something that's interesting because obviously the Bluetooth headphone review has done really well for me. And I'm thinking that, and I don't know about this for you, like what your thought is on the speaker reviews I've done have been okay, but the headphone ones I think I have a little bit more fun with for some weird reason. I don't even know why.
No, I do too. I get what you mean.
Yeah, because in a weird way, I feel like when you're doing a speaker review, you have to let people listen to it, but they're never gonna hear what it sounds like. So it almost feels pointless. But with headphones, you have the built-in excuse of saying, well, you're not going to hear this anyway, so let me describe it to you.
I just like headphones, and that's what people keep sending me for some reason. I don't know. I keep getting like Aki sent me some earbuds. Different sellers on Amazon, they'll like contact me and just send me different stuff. So, and most of the time it's headphones. So yeah, that's what I've.
J-Mac asks, are you guys reaching out to these companies to see if they're willing to send you a review before you buy them? Generally, no. So I will buy things mostly that I would like to keep anyway. And then sometimes I'll be offered things that I've been offered a lot of things that just don't work for my channel. And J-Mac, the more your channel grows, you'll probably get you'll probably start getting offers from like Amazon sellers and stuff. Make sure you have contact information on your YouTube channel so they can reach out to you. Probably different kitchen things. And as you grow bigger, that's actually something that happens. And if you're lucky and you do a really good job, like you already do, brands might reach out to you to try maybe their Instant Pot or whatever. And I would highly suggest putting something in your about page about companies feel free to contact me to review your blah, and then actually put a wish list. Like if you have an Instant Pot or an air fryer, like we had talked about, that sort of thing. I think that's really smart. I actually leave my email under the little hidden thing where they can click into it, and they seem to find it anyway. So yeah, it's interesting. I was never never really sure how that was going to work. I was really surprised at how quickly it happened. Weren't you, Dop? I mean, it happened really quick for you.
Yeah, no, I was, you know, I don't know if how many small creators are in the chat right now, but over on Reddit, there's a subreddit called Our YouTubers, and I made a huge post about this on how to partner with brands despite being a small channel. I think I got my first brand that reached out to me at like 150 subscribers or something like that. But essentially, what the post said, like the TLDR, was if you focus on the quality of your content, then the brands will reach out to you because you're representing yourself well enough to where they'll be comfortable with you representing them online. And yeah, no, it was super early when I first got contacted. I thought it was kind of a scam, to be honest with you, because I was like, there's no way that anybody really cares about somebody with 150 subscribers. But since then, I've had some bigger companies and some smaller companies reach out to me just based off of trying to put out good content. Really, that's all it comes down to.
And you're totally right. You can have, and the other thing is like the amount of subscribers isn't that. I made a comment about this. That's why I stopped looking at it. I don't look at Reddit anymore. I haven't looked at Reddit in about 2 weeks now. But I made a comment that a lot of people didn't agree with, and I'm going to stick with it, is that subscribers don't mean a lot at a certain point. I think it's on two sides. I think it's when you have a crap ton of subscribers, it doesn't really matter anymore. And when you don't have a lot, it doesn't mean a lot. And the reason I say that is because my most viewed video was done when I had like about 200 subscribers. So it didn't happen when I got 1,000. It happened when I had 200. So, you know, as far as the algorithm and stuff goes, if you put out good content, it'll get out there. And anyone who's smart with a business knows that it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's you know, I'll give this to this guy who I can see has a lot of potential, and if he continues to work, then this older content will stick around. It'll be evergreen. It'll interest people. I think that's just how it works. How the YouTubes work. 9 people watching. All right, now watch out. Nobody's getting naked. So I don't know why there's so many people here. Not today, anyway. It's funny because in my channel trailer, I mentioned, like, I've been in the shower. I think I even said I've been in the shower twice on my channel, and that's a weird thing to kind of be able to say about yourself. And I don't like to dance or sing at all in person, and the fact that I've done all of that on my channel already.
It's something about YouTube, man. It brings out a different side of you, man.
It's like crack. It's that crack rock. Yeah, Adop and I met. I think Reddit, right? No, I think I came across your channel in some way. So that's another. Excuse me. That's another interesting thing about the way YouTube works. It will send you to channels that it thinks you might be interested in, no matter how big or small they are. Periodically, I get on my recommended channels, channels that are like under 200 subscribers. So it's not, again, kind of goes back to that whole. It's more about relevancy to YouTube, relevancy, and if you're going to watch a lot, more than like, oh, this guy has 25,000 subscribers or whatever the number is.
Yeah. There's even there was I'm trying to remember who it was talking about this, but there's this one YouTuber. He has like I think like 18,000 subscribers. Like not like a whole lot, but I mean not a little either. I mean definitely more than either of us. And he was saying that he'll put out a video, and literally none of his subscribers will get notified. And his videos, they only get maybe like we average more views on our videos than he does.
That's crazy.
Thousands of subscribers, you know, and so it does. I don't really understand what YouTube's doing, but I mean, I think they're really trying to push more for quality content and people actually sticking around for your videos than subscribers. I think that metric's kind of getting like phased out.
Yeah, and I'm gonna give it another shot. First of all, I don't have to shout out Dapper Dop because he's already legit. If you've seen the link, I got the link in the description. I also have it set up on the thing. Dop's doing things. He's doing big things. I'm not worried about him. J-Mac is I like J-Mac because he's doing something a little bit different. I mean, there's cooking channels, but there's very few that take so much humor in them and started to pace it right. And Jacob Silver, who just started it, that's one of my old school guys, just started a YouTube channel. Make sure you check him out as well. He's got a cool channel as well. But what I like about J-Max is he's I'll be honest, some of the stuff he makes, like I don't drink. He does a lot of drinks. So normally that would be, I don't need to watch all that. But I watch all of his videos from start to beginning, from beginning to end, because they're entertaining, they're interesting, they're funny, they're engaging. And even though I don't care about, you know, like the drink, I'm not going to make the drink because I don't drink. I want to watch the video and I want to watch it, and I like, you know what I mean? Like that's what it's all about. And you know you're a good creator if the subject matter itself is irrelevant. Like my favorite reviewer is Flossie Carter. And a lot of the stuff he shows is stuff I will never buy, but I watch every single one of his videos because he's interesting. And plus he bucks the trend. He bucks the trend. He does everything you're not supposed to do, allegedly.
Yeah, seriously, he does.
You never show his face unless it's on live stream. Never ask for subscribers. Doesn't hardly edit anything. Like it's just crazy. Just really hilarious. Just fun stuff. And but not everyone can do that. Not everyone has the charisma to do that. But man, he's been on the grind for many years, though. Yeah,
dude, that guy's a trip. Flossie Carter is one of the few tech channels that's like an anomaly. Like nobody else could do that.
Yeah, no, you have to have the right personality for that, and he has it. He definitely has it, for sure. So what's coming out? Oh, aside from the Galaxy Note 9, which will be my next phone, what's the next thing coming out that you're kind of like really excited about?
Oh man, see that's a tough question because I was I was excited about the Pixel 3 until the rumors started going around that it's gonna have a notch. So I'm kind of like,
the notch is everywhere, man. The LeBron James haircut.
It's taking over, man. It is the LeBron James. That's what we should call it.
That's what it is.
The notch. We should call it the LeBron. That's hilarious.
Yeah, man.
No, but I guess I forgot about that after I heard that it was gonna have a notch, and I saw those display model photos of it. But if you guys don't know, because I don't cover it a ton on my channel, but I'm super excited for a few Switch titles that are coming out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm excited for the new Pokemon game that's coming out, Pikachu and Eevee, and then I'm excited for what's the name of that?
Oh, hang on one second. Traveling with Charles, what's up, playa? Long time watcher. I hope you watched the 4K traveling video where I gave you your shout out. I said your name like 2 or 3 times.
I think Charles is subbed to me too, man. What's up, dude?
Traveling with Charles. If you have not watched the action camera review that I did, which by the way I bought on the live stream last time I was on when you and I were looking for stuff. I shouted you out on that. I hope you got to watch that. Really good to see you in chat. You've been at every single one. I can't thank you enough. Can't thank you enough. Sorry, what were you saying, Doc?
No, man. I was just Charles. That guy's awesome, man. I think he's supposed to be too, man. He creates some good content, man.
Yeah, he's on there. Make sure you check out his channel. I shouted him out in my video, and I really mean that. Guy's been there since day one. Him, Jacob Silver, a couple other guys. They're Jodel from Germany. Love those guys.
But
yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, no, I'm excited for that, for Metroid, for the Smash Brothers. Oh man, I can't wait till Smash Bros come out. That's gonna be
So here's a funny story about Pokemon. I'm not a Pokemon guy. However, back in the day when I worked at an arcade, I love video games, obviously. I met a guy who would come in. He's trying to decide which action camera to buy. Just get one of the heroes, man. Get the least expensive hero.
Yo, it's a trip. I just got sent the action cam. I'm working on a video on it right now.
Oh yeah? Well, Traveling with Charles looks like he's got one coming up. The Hero 6 is great, by the way. The Hero 6 would be great. Kind of spendy, but if you got the money for it, you won't be sorry. It's just do you want to drop that much money? So back to Pokemon. This guy used to come in. He's a guy from Japan who would play video games with me. We'd play Tekken and everything. And he ended up getting a job with Nintendo because I live in Seattle, so you know Nintendo's out here, and he was a translator between Nintendo of Japan and Nintendo of America. And we would play every so often, and it was great. It was a great guy. Really enjoyed spending time with him. And for the years we hung out, it was great. But like anything else, we kind of we lost touch. I would later find out that he would do voices in different like Pokemon animated things and stuff. Like he would do voices in Pokemon cartoons and stuff. I was like, oh, what is he up to? And it turns out, this is crazy. This is a guy who would come into my arcade. I would not supposed to be playing, but I would play. I would go over and play with him. I was supposed to be working, but I was playing with him. And then we would later hang out. We would later be friends. Helped him move and everything. He is now the president of Pokemon America.
Whoa!
Over here in Bellevue, not too far from me. He is the president of Pokemon America. I can't get to him now. Because he's the president of Pokemon. I can't get to him. I've tried to email him, so I don't know what his email is. If I went to the office, they would think I'm crazy. I'm not going to go to the office. Like, can I talk to your president? I mean, that's not going to happen. Yeah. This is a guy I used to hang out with all the time. Now he's president of Pokemon.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's
Charles was in Japan, man. I love the Japanese culture so much. You have no idea. And I did watch that video where you went to Japan. I think he was there for the Penis Festival. You know about that? Stop.
I never even heard of that.
It's a thing,
the what festival?
I've seen it on like National Geographic or something. No, I saw it on. I think I saw it on. I saw it on one of these. What's the guy's name? Carl Pilkington. Oh my God! So freaking.
Wait, say that. What? Just what? What was it again? The what festival?
The Penis Festival.
Sorry, man. I'm immature. Yeah. I was just making
sure.
Yeah,
no, it is penis. It's penis. And it is. Okay. It's exactly what you think it is. And if you're curious,
exactly what I think. Wow.
Go to Charles' website, or go to Charles' YouTube channel, Traveling with Charles. You will see it.
That's a trip. Wow.
Yeah, it is a trip.
I didn't even know they had that in Japan.
Yes.
That's a trip.
Oh, yes, they do. Ask your friend from Japan, your subscriber from Japan. Ask him about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask him. I'm definitely gonna ask him about it.
Well, because you know, like places around, and I know here in Seattle, it is the case. Where they have like they'll paint over people who are not wearing shirts or whatever.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Except for this is much more blatant. It's just penises everywhere. It's
kind of like it kind of sounds like something like slut walk. Like slut walk is like super blatant.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. But people aren't walking around naked though, so I shouldn't make it seem like that. That's not what's happening. I won't.
See, it's funny because I like when I first heard like Penis Festival, like I was like, wow, that's crazy. But then I started thinking about some of the stuff we have here, like slut walk, where people are legit like just naked in the streets. Like, yeah, never mind. That's not that crazy.
That's what happened when I went to New York and they had like the people out there just painted and stuff. I'm like, hey, what's going down? How you doing? How you doing?
How you doing?
I would love to go to Japan though. It would be phenomenal, but I hate flying, so that's kind of that's a barrier to entry. That's a barrier for me. I have been in the Japanese airport, interestingly enough.
Yeah. No, I would love to go to Japan, dude. I'm all about the Japanese culture. I watch a ton of if you watch my channel, you know that I got like My Hero Academia all over the background. I got One Piece little figurines. I love anime. I love video games from Japan, the cuisine, all of it, man. I'm all about it.
I'm all about that life, man. I love the respect. I love the culture.
Yeah,
culturally, like Japan is where it's at. Also, I love England. I've been watching British comedies for years, so I love England. It is interesting. So my number 2, I was looking through my metrics and stuff, and it goes United States, UK, and then I think Germany, which I thought was interesting. I think Germany.
Yo, so I wanted to address this in one of my live streams, and I'm probably still gonna have it as a subject, but I kind of want to see what your thoughts on it are, man.
Yeah, go.
Do you think that 4K is gonna be the future?
I think it is, only because it's unlike 3D, which I love 3D, by the way. Yeah, ticket prices aren't that expensive, Charles, but getting on a plane is not for me. 4K, unlike 3D, there's not as much. It's almost like 1080p. There's no reason not to go there eventually. When's the last time you could even go into a store and buy a 1080p television? I mean, it's just not a thing anymore, really. I think it's the next step. Does it need to be? Nah. I mean, HDR to me is more important than 4K. I think HDR makes a much bigger difference in 4K, especially on screen sizes less than 65 inches. Has just been my experience. So I have a 65-inch television in my main room, then I have a 100-inch projector in my theater, and I can see the difference more in my theater with 4K than I can on my 65-inch television. But I think it'll happen because it's happening and the technology's there, and there's not a barrier to entry like 3D glasses or anything like that, personally.
So how soon do you think that will happen?
I think it's already happening. So we have, I think, as far as the programming, like there's tons of it streaming. I think it's interesting. I find it really interesting that there's much more streaming 4K than there is broadcast 4K.
That's not surprising at all.
That's a lot. I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy. It should be in broadcast.
Well, okay. So here's what we could do. You can argue the positive. I'll argue the negative.
All right.
So I don't think 4K is going to be the future. And here's why. 1080p is already somewhat taxing to both produce and consume. When you think about, even on streaming, you think about the connection that needs to take place in order to have a consistent 1080p stream going to your computer, your television. It requires a lot. And then in the US, at least, there's been laws that have, or they've been putting taxes on things like that. So as far as cost goes, 1080p is already, I feel like we're at our like plateau. Going 4K though, streaming in 4K is, while there is a vast majority, or a vast majority of the streaming services provide 4K content, it's expensive to do. And it's not only expensive to consume, it's also expensive to create. You got to have 4K cameras that produce a 4K image in proper quality, and you've got to have computers that are capable of rendering that 4K image. So it's kind of just an unnecessary cost when people are completely satisfied with 1080p. What do you think?
I think people would have been satisfied with 720p. The difference between 720p and 1080p on most televisions, especially when they first came out, was nil. Yep. I mean, I never saw a difference. When you saw a really good 720p television that was set up correctly.
Wait. You're supposed to be arguing the positive.
No. I'm going to, but you got to. But this is my point. This is exactly my point. Okay. You wouldn't see the difference. So that didn't stop the fact that now the standard is 1080p. Yeah. So my point is, despite all that, despite we could have stopped at 720p and been happy about it because we wouldn't have known any better. Hell, we were happy with 480p for years.
Okay. I get you.
4K, it is what it is. Now again, I get what you're saying, and I think a lot of that is accurate as of a couple years ago. I think now we're starting to see, well, depending on where you live. So let me preface this by saying, if you live out in the middle of nowhere, some of this does not apply, and what Dop said is 1,000% true. If you can't get internet speeds to view 4K, everything gets down converted anyway. And a lot of people right now, especially, you should check your stats, but I bet you're probably similar to me. Like the majority of my viewers are on mobile, so yeah. 4K is completely unneeded.
Doesn't matter, yeah.
Which is one of the reasons why I've not gone to 4K. So to your point, that's the reason that I don't do 4K. It's expensive. I would have to upgrade my computer, all these things. And most people aren't going to see the difference. However, I'm acutely aware that 1080p is going to be the 720p of everything at some point, and it won't take that long. When you got devices coming out now that can stream 4K that are like $40 and $30, and TVs now that I think the new Amazon smart TVs are like $350 for like the 50-inch or something like that. When you start seeing that, people are just going to buy it regardless. Internet speeds are the only thing you have to worry about, and America is so weirdly lacking in that, which is strange. Like, I get 150 and I'm happy with it, but there's a lot of places where that's not the case, and you go somewhere overseas and they laugh at us, which is weird. Yeah. It's like, wait a minute, shouldn't we be at the forefront of this? It's strange. But no, I think it's inevitable. I mean, You start seeing all these 4K, even if it's to placate the spec lovers. And by the way, maybe we should just do a collab video on this. Maybe this is what we do a collab video on. Because it's cheaper for us to do because we don't have to buy anything. We just hear and talk. I like that. Maybe that's what we should do. If you guys in chat want to see that, just give like a thumbs up or something, because I'm about that life. Especially for the next couple of weeks when I want to I want to take it a little bit easy. But yeah, I think. I'm gonna save the rest. I think that's a good collab idea. I think we should do that.
What about you guys in chat? What do you think? Do you think 4K is the future? Do you think it's gonna we're gonna be at 1080p? When I say future, I don't mean like in 20 years, when obviously it's not gonna be 1080p is probably gonna be out of here, way gone. I'm not even saying that. I think even in maybe 5 years, 1080p will be a thing. But what do you think? Do you think 1080p will still be here in 5 years, or maybe even 3 years from now? Or do you think we're all going to just switch over to 4K?
Yeah, I think it'll definitely be here in 5 or 10 years.
So while they're chatting about that, I was thinking another thing we could talk about is what was it?
Yeah, Traveling Charles says Japan has crazy internet speeds. Yeah, that's kind of my point. Like, how is it that we're lagging behind that? It doesn't even make any sense. That's
what we should talk about. There's other places that have like free public internet that's faster than the internet that we pay like $70 a month for.
I got to go to a YouTuber's house in Japan, and he showed me it. Wow. Yeah, it's weird that we are so far behind. I don't even understand that. Like, it doesn't make sense. I don't get it. But anyway, I'm sorry. What were we saying?
No, I was just saying that it's crazy that there's other places in the world that they have public internet that's faster than the internet we pay, $60-$70 a month for.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a trip.
That's shenanigans right there.
Hey, what do you think about this new the net neutrality dying over here?
It's funny. I don't know. China has it. Yeah, China's going to shoot an AK.
They have AK out here, which is crazy to me.
AK to me, that actually upsets me. AK upsets me. It pisses me off.
If you're gonna film like a movie, like a super high budget movie that's gonna be viewed like in IMAX theaters, then okay,
right.
That can be feasible. But if you're shooting a YouTube video in 8K, you need help, my friend.
There is some 8K content from what I understand on YouTube. I just don't know where it is. And
Marquise Brownlee, he shot a video in 8K.
Yeah, of course he did. Because he can.
Of course he did.
Because he can, right? So why wouldn't you? And I'm not even. I don't even want to talk about MKBHD because I have thoughts about him and some other tech YouTubers. There's a couple that I love. I think are great. Then there's others that I'm not so sure. I'm unsure about. Let me say that I'm not gonna hate on anybody because I respect everyone's game on this planet, no matter if you got 0 subscribers or 10 million. I respect you. However, I don't gotta like
build an empire off YouTube. You deserve the respect for sure.
Speaking of that, one of the YouTubers that I watch had something really scary happen to them, which I really thought about after I saw this. There's this couple. They're called the RC Sailors, and they have basically a YouTube channel that's completely family friendly about radio controlled devices, and I love RC stuff. So they review cars and boats and airplanes and drones and everything. It's just a real, really light channel. They don't cuss. It's just a family friendly channel.
I think I know what you're talking about.
You probably do.
I heard about them.
You probably do. So last night they set up a video, which was weird because they never set up a video like this before. They talk about they got a copyright strike. And I'm like, what? Because they use one piece of music that apparently they've bought. They have one intro which they've used for 5 years. They've been on the platform for 5 years, and have never had any problems. They had a strike, not a warning, a strike. And they said it was and when you watched the video last night, they said it was a community guideline strike. And I'm like, what would that be? Right? Like how? What? So. Here's what, and then they put up a video this morning explaining, because they didn't know last night. They didn't know what was going on. They found out this morning and made a video this morning about it, and they took down last night's because they're kind of scared. So this is a channel that's got 120,000 subscribers. Been on YouTube for 5 years. Never had any problems.
Wow.
And what happened was, apparently in their title, they referenced a Traxxas RC. If anyone knows anything about RC, Traxxas is kind of like the #1 kind of RC company. They're basically like the Microsoft of RC.
Yeah.
They called this kind of knockoff thing, they said like it's a mini Traxxas. And that like apparently made them come after them and get a strike on them, which is crazy because that's like, because in the review they don't really talk too much about it. It goes like it's a baby, whatever the device is, like a baby, whatever.
That's scary.
And that's what they went after for and hit him. And here's what I didn't know. I know you get 3 strikes and you're out. I did not know that if you get 1 strike, you can't live stream. I did not know that.
Wow, I didn't know that either.
So they can't live stream for 3 months until the strike drops. If they get a second strike, they can't upload for 2 weeks. I didn't know that either. I'm like, whoa, what? So if someone is out there not liking you and trying to hate on you, I'm starting to think back to my stuff. And I'm like, I'm pretty safe with most of my stuff, but like they are like safer than me times 10. And they were like, we would have live streamed this to you, but we can't. I'm like, what?
Jeez. Yeah, no, that's that, you know, I was thinking about that the other day, how YouTube really, in the past couple years, they've really left the sides of their creators like crazy. And it's, I mean, I from a corporate standpoint, I understand it's all about money. That's all it's about. But when it comes to the creators, they could care less. If somebody really doesn't like you, they could get your channel taken down. It doesn't matter really how big, unless you're like one of the like mainstays on YouTube. Unless you're in like the what is that thing, the yearly thing that they do,
like VidCon or something.
No, that video that they put out every year.
Oh yeah.
YouTube creators, whatever. Unless you're a part of that clique, then they don't really care about what you're putting up. If somebody doesn't like you, they can get you out of here.
Yeah, it's scary. It's funny. So this one guy left me a comment the other day, which I didn't. I leave almost all my comments up. This one went to potential spam or whatever, and I read it, and it was something kind of hateful. It was like something the F up, and then it said downvote, have a nice day, or something like that. I'm like, okay, I don't give a crap if you downvote it. Like, that's fine. That actually
interactions.
Yeah, I don't care about that. So that didn't bother me. But then after hearing this, where someone control you with some real legitimate stuff and knock you off, dude, that's scary, man.
Yeah, no, YouTube is really like on the side of advertisers. Like, if people don't like your content and they voice it to them, then they can, they won't really care too much about what you're doing or any of that stuff. They'll just get rid of you.
Like I said, I'm pretty safe, but I'm gonna try to be even safer now. I'm gonna really start looking very critically. And by the way, this video that got struck was from like late last year, so it was months later. So it's like you don't even think about it at that point.
Yeah.
And I heard that some new stuff's coming out where they'll be scanning for like songs and stuff in the background. Like if you have a television running and there's like a commercial or something, and they can hear that it's a song, that you could get it taken down. And dude.
Yeah, no, there's been a huge surge of people asking questions on Reddit about copyright strikes, because people are getting hit with like just stuff like that. Like there'll be a song in the background. You know what else is getting bigger now is brand placement. Like, say if you're you see that bottle of water right there? It says First Street on it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I could you can't have that in your video.
That doesn't even make any sense.
Crazy.
Well, that's actually dumb, and I'll tell you why. Unless I'm doing something like sticking it up my butt, for the company that's free advertisement. So that's the dumbest thing ever.
Yep.
Unless I'm doing something to hurt your brand, that's dumb.
That's the exact reason why they're doing that, because there'll be people that will remember the adpocalypse. It was all because they didn't want certain people having their ads in front of their videos. Like, if you had a hateful message in your video, they didn't want, Happy Joy Corporation to have an ad in front of that.
Right. And
it's the same thing. It's like if they're not like looking at all of these hours worth of content to determine whether or not it's suitable for advertising. They're just taking it off. Like, why would they don't have the manpower to do that.
Right. I don't know. I'm sure. So here's the other thing. It's like, I'm sure YouTube's working on this on every facet. They do have to keep the viewers, creators, and advertisers all happy, and that's not even a tug of war. That's a three-sided dragon.
It's impossible.
Like that's you can't. So you're always going to have these moments where you're pissing someone off. I get that, but man, I mean, it is just like I always figure it's funny because literally if one of those drops off, then the rest don't work. So like you say, well, if you keep the creators happy, people will keep coming. All right, well, but if the creators are pissing off advertisers, no one's going to pay for it. Okay, fine. So if the advertisers stay, then let's do that. Well, but if the advertisers start booting off creators, then viewers aren't going to come. Okay, all right, let's do this. Then let's make the advertisers and the creators happy. Well, if viewers don't come, then the whole thing doesn't work. So you literally need to have all three happy, and it's just not something that's always possible. And it's just brutal. I really feel sad for them too, because they have a baby coming and everything. So anyone who views this, make sure you check out RC Sailors and give them some thumbs up and some love. If you like RC stuff, they're phenomenal channel.
Yeah, it's kind of it's interesting because YouTube's such an anomaly. There's literally nothing out there like it. Like there's people that have tried to compete, but there's nothing out there like YouTube, and there won't be for a very long time. Like YouTube's become more like I call it a utility bill, because it's just something that's like it's there and there's not really any other options. Like it's like you've only got maybe two options for internet in any particular place, and YouTube is like the only option if you want to like consume content the way that YouTube lays it out.
Yeah, and I watch a lot of YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTube now.
Oh, me too, dude. Yeah,
I watch a lot.
I think to be a creator, you have to get to a certain level of watching YouTube videos.
Yeah. Like it's gotten to the point where I'll be able to cut the cord and stuff. And the other couple things that I do watch, I can get off of, Hulu or whatever. I've watched enough YouTube that it keeps me going. I told J-Mac he needs to do more. He needs to do 2 a week, and you need to do more than every other week, by the way. Your content's super good too, and here's the problem.
I'm doing 1 a week now.
Good, because here's the thing: between you, J-Mac, and some other guys, the problem with being good at what you do is people want more of it, right? So it's a good problem to have. It's cool for someone to say, "Dop, dude, your stuff is so dope. I just want to see more of it," and be like, "Okay, but you don't know how long it takes me to put that thing together." And you know what I mean? Like it's a struggle, man. I know you definitely struggled with that quite a bit.
Yeah, no, but at this point, I'm not even. I mean, I want to. I talked about this in my last stream. Like, I want to, make the subs happy and all that good stuff. But to be honest with you, I mean, I'm not one of those YouTubers that's like super concerned about getting those that AdSense money, those couple nickels.
No, yeah, I don't
able
care
to monetize. Like,
yeah.
I'm really not worried about that. It'd be nice, I always say, on the road to 1,000 subscribers, but that's not like a goal to hit AdSense. That's more like a goal just to hit so that I can go further.
100%.
Once we finish the road to 1,000, then we're gonna be on the road to 10,000.
Yep.
Like it has
exactly
nothing to do with any kind of revenue that comes in or anything like that. So that being the case, I actually have to be concerned about like my actual revenue that comes in, and I have a full-time job, family, all of that stuff, and none of that stuff is gonna really ever be put in second when it comes to YouTube, despite how much my subscribers may love or hate my content. That's when it comes to those other things, that's like meaningless to me. So
yeah,
I'll always be on YouTube creating. And for people who really want to be fans of me and the channel, then that's awesome. I welcome you guys with open arms. But if you subscribe to my channel expecting to get videos when you want the videos, well, sorry, big guy, but you're not making them. So
yeah, true story. Looks like our good friend Gabe just uploaded a new video, Curious GTV with a K. Make sure you check him out.
Go check his vlogs out, man.
Yeah.
His vlogs are super high energy, super dope.
So man, what I'm planning, and I'm waiting for Gabe to get back, is to have him and J-Mac do a collab. I've already worked that out a little bit. That's gonna be dope. I can't wait for that shizzle. So
oh, hold on. J-Max comment, I gotta address this, man. We need to gain some post efficiency before we can start posting more. So check this out, dude. This was it's funny because I was thinking about this in my head a few days ago, And I'm like, well, my whole goal on any of this is once I hit, say, like maybe 10K subs, then is when I'll probably start uploading, if not once a week, twice a week, because then there's more incentive. Right now, I'm building fans. I'm more concerned about making my subscribers my fans, and once I have a fan base, then I can give you guys more. But it's funny because there's this other YouTuber named Darius, D for Darius, and that guy literally, he hasn't uploaded in, I want to say, like 4 months, this guy, and he's actually gained thousands of subscribers in that time.
Sure, yeah. If you have enough, but I think that's chicken and egg. So let's talk. I'll talk J-Mac and I'll talk you because I know both you guys, and this is not a criticism. This is just a fact. So both you guys have great content, but you don't have like 100 videos. Neither do I, by the way. But neither one of you has like 100 videos. So let's say, for example, and fortunately you're both past this hump, but a lot of new YouTubers are not, where either they've transitioned the channel or they're just starting out and they have 3 videos and only one of them's good. So let's say that one good one hits. People go, wow, this is really cool. Let me see what else they have. Oh, they don't have anything else. And they haven't posted it for 4 weeks. No, thank you. You just kind of gotten over the hump where you have because you just recently changed your style just a couple, like, month and a half ago, right? I think it's about that, or 2 months.
Me?
Yeah, kind of reinvented yourself a little bit. Yeah. Where you kind of reinvented yourself. What was that, like a month and a half ago, 2 months?
Let me see. I don't even know. Yeah, about 2 months ago.
So you got about like 4 videos in the new style, right?
No, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, so you're at a point where finally someone can go and say, okay, this is not a flash in the pan. This is, I like this style, I'm in, and that's why, like, you've been growing really fast. Same thing with J-Mac. J-Mac has a couple of videos recently that he's done that I think have hit another level. Before this, and I hope I'm not speaking out of turn, J-Mac, you can tell me if I'm wrong, you had a bunch of videos, but they weren't quite hitting. They weren't hitting at least the way they are now because your subscribers have, like, doubled in a much shorter amount of time. And that's because you hit this new stride, but you have multiple. So when someone comes and they see that it's not a fluke, or they see that you're continuing to do it, they know they're safe in subscribing. Where there's a lot of people that think, oh, I got, 7, 8, 10 videos out, that should be enough. And it's just not. But I don't even think it's so much, because you look at that spider, that whatever the spider, I think it has 10 videos and like 1 million subscribers or whatever. So it's not even necessarily about coming out every week. I think that's a falsehood. For vlogging, it's more important, I think, than for anything. I think it's more about someone being able to find a great video that you've made and be able to see that that's a trend and not a fluke. And then they're like, okay, I'll subscribe to that. Like, that to me is the difference. Like,
I think a lot of people, I can just speak for myself. A lot of people, they'll see a video, and after that video, you'll get suggested videos, and they'll see that I've got like at least 4 of those spots in my suggested videos, and I get subs off of that because there's only like maybe like 3 or 4 videos that I have where there's like a massive pop in subs. Like I get maybe like 30 subscribers off of each video, but there's a few videos that have like popped and I've gotten like double that, or like even I didn't even see what 300 subscribers was. Like it was like I had 300 subscribers. Let me see, what was the video I uploaded? It was the the Mayono. I had 300 subscribers. I uploaded the Mayono video, and then I had 400 subscribers.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. Yeah.
Like,
what happened?
So I mean, I think it's that, at that point when I uploaded the Mayono video, I already had 3 videos out in my new style, and so they took up spots in the recommended section. So people were just like, well, you know what? I've already seen two videos, 3 videos from this guy. I'm cool with subbing. Yep.
And I think to J-Mac's other point, he was kind of asking like how to do correct. We are still trying to dial in that format that works well, continuous learning. And J-Mac has. I believe in his last 2 videos, he has hit his stride in a very significant way. Previous to that, I think he was finding it, but I think he's in this last 2 has hit it like so hard. You need to watch it. But I think to answer his question, like I'll tell you what I've done previously to try to be a little bit more efficient. Like for a while there, I was doing 3 a week. I don't know that I'm going to continue that, but it actually isn't as hard as I thought it would be. So for me, what I was doing is I was batch shooting, especially a lot of these videos. If I look back at my last 10 or 15 videos, like at least 7 of those was shot in one weekend, and then they were just edited over a course of multiple weeks. The edit process is a little bit different because I've become a lot more efficient, so I'm a lot quicker than I used to be. But I can only ever bring myself to edit 1 video a day, because even though it doesn't take me as long as it used to, it's still, to me, kind of, I don't know, is this the same for you, Dop? Is it taxing on you? Like, I love it because it becomes something. It becomes this new thing. And there's a lot of times I've gone into the edit going, I have no idea how I'm going to make this work. Like, I don't know how this is going to work. But then at the end, I'm like, oh, I'm super happy with that. Is that kind of the same for you? But at the end, I'm like, I've gave birth. I'm done. It's
a little different for me because the way that I lay my videos out and the way I process everything, I do it. I realized quickly in the beginning that I have to have a strategic workflow. So normally I'll start off with the concept for the video, and then from there I'm really creative. I'm more creative than I am like, on any other side. So what I'll end up doing, El Jefe
in the house. We definitely gonna say what's up to El Jefe. That's a dude right there. Make sure to check out his channel, man. That's my dude right there.
So yeah, no. What I'll do is I'll lay out the format for the video that I want to make, and then I'll start storyboarding the different shots that I absolutely want to have in that video. Once I get that down, then I'll come up with essentially not a script, but like the outline for what I want to say in the video. Then I'll actually record the A-roll, the first section of the video, just the talking head shot, and then from there I'll know what exactly I need in terms of B-roll to go over that. And I'm pretty efficient with editing. When I first started, I was horrible. I didn't know what I was doing, but I learned how to edit. So even right now, I never thought I'd get to this point, but I shot 2 videos yesterday. I filmed both of them, the A-roll form at least. Today, after this live stream, which actually I got to get off in like 10 minutes. But
sure.
After that, I'll film the B-roll for it. Then I'll go into my editing software, and then I'll go into my motion graphics software after that once I'm finished with the video, and then you got the video.
Yeah, that's a lot more than I do. The funny thing about it is, in some ways, I feel like the only reason I have any kind of success is because I bull my way through it. Like, I know that I should be doing certain things differently, and while I am doing some things differently, like, I don't know what the hell I'm going to say before I say it. And if you saw my non-edits, you would totally understand that. Like, I have more than enough footage to do multiple videos of just outtakes. Like, just outtakes. And I think at the end of the year, I'm going to do an end of the year. I'm going to do 2 end of the year videos. One that's like the highlights and the other is the lowlights. And I already have kind of even started culling some of the video for that. So I think in December, we're going to show some funny things on this channel.
That's why. Oh, sorry. What were you gonna say?
By the way, this is my favorite way of doing live streams. As someone who used to have, I had 2 different podcasts in my past life. This is very, this is very easy for me. This is very, it's very natural for me to be having a conversation. So this is how I want to do my live streams. I think I'm deciding that this is the format that I like. So
see, that's so funny because like I feel like I'm so much more buttoned up when I can actually like edit my footage. And I think like when I just did my first live stream, and I don't know, I felt like it was horrible. Like I'm so bad when it comes to like just impromptu talking. Like I can do this, but I mean I feel like live streaming is like the opposite of what my comfort zone is. So I think, I don't know, once I do it more, I'll probably be more comfortable with it. But yeah, no, I much more prefer a buttoned up approach where I can, edit my video.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. But I think for me, first of all, I've committed myself to doing live. So that's a commitment for the channel. I don't know what that commitment is yet. It's probably going to be Saturdays, I guess, because this kind of works for me. But I guess what I'm saying is, while I can probably do a 1-person live stream, it always feels kind of weird. Like I'm always trying to figure out what to say next. But this is a
Yeah.
conversation, so I like having a conversation with someone. And because I have a past where I would interview people and stuff, I can. It's easy for me to do. So I think I'm gonna try whenever I do a live stream, see who's available and.
Yo, maybe we could make this a staple.
I'm in.
How to get?
Yeah, we gotta get the video. We gotta get the video part. So anyone who's watching this, by the way, I've made a decision that I'm going to post this as a regular video on my channel. I wasn't going to do it, but I'm going to have it as a live stream video because I think we've hit some really cool things and talked about some really important things. So I'm actually going to leave it as a video. Plus, I didn't do a video on Friday on the channel, and we'll see. You know, if some people can enjoy that. Plus, I mean, we promoted some great channels. El Jefe Reviews, by the way. The dude is really taking his stuff to the next level. I feel like it's funny because when you see, like I've seen some of his videos around. Like again, this goes back to YouTube being really smart, the algorithm being really smart. I had seen his stuff previously, like it had been suggested to me previously, and then I wasn't watching because I try not to watch other people in my field. But then it popped up again when I was looking for something, and I'm like, oh snap! No, he's like better. Like not that his videos weren't good, but like. He's taken it to the next level and he's made some changes, and I think he would agree that he's made some changes and it's good. So I like, and the thing I like about El Jefe specifically, Jeff, is that he's so positive. The dude is all about helping other people and going through the grind of being a YouTuber, so to speak. I've only been doing this since like the end of January. It's really encouraging to see someone who's not trying to be selfish. Like he is selfless.
He is, man.
Selfless.
That's super cool cat.
So yeah, I'm gonna work with something with him in the next week or two. So you'll keep an eye out for that on our channels.
Yo, it's funny. I just realized that me and El Jefe are like from the same area, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No snaps. Oh, watch out now. Watch out.
Yeah, man.
Watch out. You can do some live stuff. I got to do stuff over the over video, but I mean, you can do live stuff. I don't think there's anyone here in Seattle that I've met. There was one guy actually. So I went to a YouTuber meetup. I think I told you about this. There's YouTuber meetups in different places, and I went to one last week. And so you end up like meeting some of the people or whatever. And Nico from Morning Fame was there. I didn't know he was in Seattle, which is crazy because I use Morning Fame. So I talked to him, which was really great. But then there's this guy, I love the name of his channel. It's called Metal for Breakfast. But I'm like, whatever it is, I'm probably not going to be interested in it. But I went to his channel just check it out. And he did a video to the CEO of Patreon. You know how the CEO of Patreon did one to what's his name? Who's the vlogger on YouTube that's really popular? Damn it, why am I having a problem with his name? Casey Neistat.
Neistat, yeah.
So he did. Have you ever seen that video where the guy from Patreon did the video to him? Because it's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I have.
So Metal for Breakfast did one to him, and he actually saw it and replied to it. So I'm like, well, let me watch this, and it's a good video. Like I watched it, I'm like, oh my god, this guy actually is really talented. That's tough. So yeah, it's cool to meet people in person. Well, again, I wouldn't have watched this video before I knew who he was, but now to go, wow, this guy's actually really talented. So next time I see him, I'll talk to him and say, man, like his editing is really good. He does like special effects and stuff, and I'm like, oh, geez, I don't know how to do any of that stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to learn. Yeah. Anyways, man, this has been awesome, dude.
Yeah.
I gotta head out.
All right.
Got a few things I have to take care of.
That works.
Man, this has been cool. Yeah, we gotta figure out how to get video, and we can make this a thing, dude.
We will. And El Jefe can join us as well sometimes. That would be great if you got some time. That'd be awesome. And J Mac as well. Maybe we'll do a rotating crew of crazy people. I love it. So we're gonna close this out. I want to thank you all for joining. I am gonna post this. If you enjoyed the live stream, like, share, tell all your friends. Of course, like I always say, peace and love. Peace and love. See you guys again real soon.
Have a good one, y'all.